Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 1 year anniversary of 2.5 Crows. Ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 52! Yeah!
We're so enthusiastic!
You guys like the layout I made? I like it.
Oh wait, that is actually very cute.
Thank you.
That is so cute, what the heck? Where'd you get the confetti from?
I found it.
Okay.
No, thank you. It's actually kind of crazy. It hasn't felt like a year that we've been doing this.
Yeah.
No, really awesome.
Yeah, it's just like time just flew by really fast.
Wait,
If you think about it, technically it's been a year since the three of us met as well.
True. Yeah, that's true. This has been a year since our friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not me and Crow and Sky. I feel like those bonds have been there before.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Oh yeah, a little bit, but
Kind of.
Yeah.
Not that much.
The guy's not missing out on much anyway.
Yeah. I don't mean like. No. Aside from like the it's crazy part, like, man, a whole year, huh? We've missed a couple weeks though. Like it isn't technically been a year because I think we've missed like only like 5 weeks or something like that. But yeah, close enough.
Yeah. We're just pretty diligent on getting
Yeah.
to every episode each week, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like my only real rule with like the podcast is like, if the girls ain't feeling up for it, like both of them, then I probably won't do it, unless it was like.
Really?
Well, unless it was like the occasional The Boys, you know?
The boy.
Yeah, like that's one of the things we did is like The Boys podcast. Like, but that was planned,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I've been meaning to do like the girls podcast, you know? But
You
like
did it once. No, Oni was there. You turned it into the hentai podcast.
Yeah, I tried to do it in the hentai or not podcast, but it's just like because I don't think a lot of girls typically kind of shy. To be
Yeah.
on stream like that, so then I had to get Oni. That was actually I was gonna talk about that. That was gonna be one of my favorite podcast moments.
Okay, so If you guys have one, I'm talking to, you, Crow, and Sky, and anybody in chat. If you guys have your favorite podcast moments, please say it right now. What I was planning to do was going like look at the titles for each of the episodes and be like, oh, do we remember anything cool from this episode? But you have any memories? If you have memories off the jump, like immediately, like please share.
Oh, definitely number one, straight up. Crow getting torched by Oni for putting Gilgamesh at A rank.
Oh, that was a good moment. I don't think Sky was there for that. Sky, were you there for that one?
Nah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we were doing a Fate, quote unquote, tier list.
Yeah, no, based on based on how much you like them, not based on like.
Yeah, but just based on their looks alone, like nothing about the character, no, just their looks.
It was Oni and Epi there at the time.
Yeah, Oni and Epi were there.
Cause Sky was very big into FGO at the time as well. So we told her about it afterwards, and she was like, "Hey, Gilgamesh isn't that bad." For example, after you get to know him in Babylonia and stuff. I swear, this confetti actually gets so distracting after a while.
I can turn it off.
Huh?
I can turn it off.
Probably.
Okay.
We're gonna have the celebration.
Oh, I'll put it in the corner.
Yeah, tiny quarter. It's okay, you can reuse it for next week, you know?
Well, that's gonna be your stream, not my stream.
Wait, what?
Because I thought you were alluding to the fact that it was your birthday next week.
Oh, yeah.
Well, next week and 2 days. 9 days. Well, for me at least. I think 10 days for y'all. I mean, 8 days for y'all.
Well, yeah, 8 days for me, yeah.
Exciting.
8 days. Well, technically, in America, my birthday would be on the 10th of October.
Yeah.
Because Australia
Or
would be
would-
ahead. Yeah.
We're ahead by, was it 16, 17 hours? Something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually share the same birthday as Naruto. In that case.
Believe it.
Was 10th of October. But like... Naruto, good times. You know Boruto, the anime, like right now, people only watch it for the Naruto scenes as well.
There was the one thing I watched about Boruto is they had a filler arc where they went back into the past. That was cool.
Yeah. And then right now, Naruto's popping off again. He's using like Barion's mode or something. Like,
Oh, you know what that means?
Cal from Elsa. Yeah, Barion's mode. No, I'm joking. It's called barrier mode. It's where he uses his life energy from the chakras to just like pop off or something. He's gonna die. No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Wait. Anyways, back to topic. You wanted us to rank the podcast stuff?
I don't know about ranking. I'm just like, you have any cool moments? Are those all just the Gilgamesh moment, like comes off the top of your head, or like anything else?
Oh, I mean, the other moments I had a list in my head was Hentai or Not podcast. That was really fun.
I need to watch that one because I finished that game.
Oh, yeah. I played it with Ella and Oni. Yeah, inviting Oni was the worst decision ever because he pretty much got them all correct except for the trick questions. There was another one, but I forgot. Sky, do you have any favorite podcast moments?
I don't know. I don't think there's any particular moments that pop out to me.
Here, let's go in order, and maybe we can like reclaim some memories.
Yeah, maybe jog my memory that might work.
Well, Media, have you ever made like a podcast? Oh wait, you have podcast playlists. Wow.
I don't update it though because I'm lazy. But I should.
Yeah, I was like, look, I had this plan where I was gonna go through and like find my favorite clips and then just have the chat and people from who watch the podcast vote on their favorite moments. Just like, you know how Trash Taste, you know what Trash Taste did for their anniversary podcast?
No.
They just went through, they went through and made a bunch of categories and just picked a bunch of clips for each category and just had their fans vote on their favorite one. Kind of thing. I was gonna do that, but I was like lazy.
Alright.
Gotta plan things.
So episode 1 was just the beginning. It was just us doing it. I think my favorite moment from that one was just we had like 150 viewers at the beginning of that stream.
What?
We did?
What?
Okay, maybe it was like 80. Okay, maybe it was like 80, but still.
What?
Okay, I don't think it was 100.
You just hold them out.
Yeah, okay. It was definitely okay. Maybe it was definitely like 80. But anyway, yeah, at the beginning, because I guess we advertised it so well. There's a lot of people there.
What? I don't remember that. I was like, what? 30 at best?
No, it was like 80 or something. I swear.
I don't know. Sky and I don't remember. I think you're tripping, Media.
Oh, you definitely okay. It was definitely more than 30, maybe 60. It was definitely more than 30.
What?
Okay.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I really don't remember that.
I'm gonna have to look that up later.
It's been a year.
It has been a year. That's fair. It has been a year.
2020, my memory, I've got like selective memory from that year, okay? There's a lot of things I don't remember from that year.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. If you guys have something from that episode, just interrupt me and talk about something.
Dude, I'm looking at a lot of these episodes, I don't remember a lot of them. Like, for example, episode 6 personality test. I actually
That was a good one. That was a pretty good one.
I remember where I was doing it, but that was about it. It's
I like doing that one because it was really fun because we were just like, each of the questions we were just kind of talking about. Like, I don't remember like the specifics of that episode, obviously, but each of like the questions we were like talking about it and talking about like why we answered, kind of how we did and things like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, I actually redid it recently. I think my results changed a lot. And I was like, maybe we should redo it someday.
Maybe. And people grow, so makes sense.
Yeah. So, and it was a year since I like last did it, and I did it again. I got like Ian something. I need to check. I forgot.
I don't even remember what the number things mean. I mean, letter things mean anymore.
Oh yeah, I just know E and I. E means extroverted. I means introverted, and then I forgot the rest. Because yeah, but there's only two of each. Like,
okay. So episode 2 was our first guest. Actually, we had Epi on episode 2.
Yeah.
Who's the creator of the Che-gu-ye meme. A lot of people don't know that he like. Okay, I don't know for sure if he like created it for sure, but that was like definitely one of the first moments that I heard it, and then I put it in that one raid video, and then after that, I feel like it's been like a meme.
Oh yeah, the Che-gu-ye.
Yeah, the Lavi F5 Che-gu-ye stuff. It's still a meme. A year later, it's still kind of a meme.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I think Epi's the one keeping it alive, the meme. Just every time he's like, someone mentions Lavi F5 Che-gu-ye, and he just starts spamming it. The joke never dies.
Yeah.
Never dies. Yeah, I don't remember much from that episode.
Not at all.
Episode 3, Doki Doki Meteor Club. I think we just talked about Doki Doki a lot.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I'm just like, wait, why did we call this Doki Doki Media Club?
I think it was just a funny name.
Okay.
I still like the game. I haven't seen any of the new content from the updated version.
Wait, I swear, I'm telling you now, last ELS stream at the beginning, you had that upside down starting now and thing Gucci thing, and I was like, what
What
the
are you
heck, are
talking
you
about?
okay? What?
You're going crazy.
No, Media's playing games. He's pretending to not know. Oh my
What are you
god.
talking
I was so confused there.
about?
But
Go ahead.
yeah, I don't know the specifics of the episode, like what we talked about. I just know Media was like, I don't know. I just know Media has played Doki Doki Literature Club before.
Well, you saw my playthrough of it.
Yeah. I watched it. I asked for the last episode because
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
remember
private
him
then.
saying, yeah. I remember him saying that there's gonna be someone who's gonna watch his episodes, and then when that someone does come around, that's when he'll send the episode link, the last episode.
Oh,
of his
yeah.
reaction. So I was like, dang, okay, wow.
Yeah, and it
You
actually
really
happened.
actually forward planning.
I just did it for fun. Because no one was really watching it. So I was like, oh, for fun.
Yeah. Well, someone did come around, and it was very enjoyable watching you and Kiko react to it.
Oh, thank you. We tried our best. Okay, so speaking of Kigo, man, Crow, the god of transitions. Episode 4 is What's Hotter Than 3&I's 4. It was the first episode with Buster Kigo.
Ah! Wait, so that was Kigo, you, Sky,
And yeah,
And
all
me?
4 of us. Yeah, 4&I's.
Quadra, and I. Wow.
Yeah, Quadra&I.
What? That's hot. That's hot. Yeah, we had a lot of guests earlier. You know,
That's
okay,
hot.
dude. We had so many guests in the first few episodes. I was like, oh yeah,
That's
let's get a guest on every 2 episodes. Saves finding people and asking them to come is like such a trek kind of thing, you know. It's like, it's also I get a bit shy. I'm just like, should I ask them? Maybe they don't want to come.
Right. No, I got you.
Yeah, kind of thing. But yeah, I don't remember what happened in that podcast.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was like way too long ago.
That's fair.
Yeah, I feel like in a way I do kind of regret not going back.
Mhm.
And, I do kind of regret not going back and just rewatching those episodes now because
I mean, there's a lot though. Like, I don't blame you. There's a lot of episodes.
yeah, I could have sped through them. It would have taken a long time, but it's just like it's been
Okay.
pretty interesting.
Fair enough. Fair dinkum. What's up?
If you went through them, it would literally be over 100 hours.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I'd have to like 2 times speed. Like
Some
skip
people
through
do.
them.
Some people do that. Some people do that. Like when listening to podcasts, like do it at times 1.5.
What?
You never done that
Who's not trying to
before?
understand me?
You know, I've like
What?
had
I
YouTube
do that-
videos in
I
the
do that-
background at 1.5.
No, I do that for my university lectures. I don't do that for for podcasts I listen to.
Yeah, I do it all the time just to get through more stuff quicker.
Oh no! Oh yeah, because like for example, if I'm listening to a podcast, then I'm probably listening to it to pass time. Like for example, if I'm walking a dog,
Okay.
then I'm just like bored, and I'm like, oh, I might as well just listen to a podcast. Yeah, and I'll listen to it then. But I wouldn't like speed through a podcast because I want to listen to what they're actually saying, you know, kind of thing.
That's
It
fair.
really depends on the people talking as well. I know I sped through my university lectures, but only if they were only if the lecturers were talking at a manageable, like a speed that was speed upable. Like if they were already talking quickly, I wouldn't speed it up.
Oh
shit.
yeah, I got
But like, if I
you.
speed them up and I can still understand them, then okay,
Yeah,
I'll put them
yeah.
at 1.5.
Yeah. I don't know, even for me, if my university lecturer talks really fast, I'll just speed it up anyway and I'll just try to listen along, man. I ain't got time to see.
That's fair.
Sorry.
That's fair. You know, I usually do it for like podcasts just because like I can get through more episodes. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, fair, but I think podcasts are more enjoyable to listen to than university lectures, you know?
Yeah.
100% agree.
So,
Okay, well, it really depends, but
yeah.
No, what are you gonna say? What's up?
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
The next episode, speaking of guests, was 2.5 Crows, the Veritas Guild. It was Epi and Kigo. They both came on that episode. Oh man, I don't
Wait.
remember this episode. Do I have a timestamp? Oh, yeah, this is back when I actually did timestamps.
Man,
Oh yeah, I remember this. We talked about who would win in a fight between the three labbies. That was a good episode, actually. I remember that.
Oh, dude, back then we talked about so much else to topic. Like some of these questions are pretty good. Like, do you think Raven needs more utility for raids? Hey, 1 year later.
Yeah, a year later. There you go. That's true.
1 year later. Oh, that's cute. A year later, he's actually pretty good utility.
Yeah, you got some utility.
Meteor merch when? Have we ever met IRL? Sky and I have.
Yeah, me and Kigo have obviously we met in high school.
Oh yeah. Dude, you know, if we ever do go to America and we'll meet IRL, I want to make you guys like do a baby food challenge kind of thing. Just rank the baby food.
Why baby food?
I don't know.
Why can't it be something good like the entire Wendy's menu?
Okay, fine, sure, let's do that then.
Wendy's does not exist here, so that will be an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Oh really? You guys don't have Wendy's?
Look, Australia doesn't have a lot of things. We don't have Wendy's, we don't have Panda Express, we don't have... Well, I don't know. What else do you guys have that...
You guys have Burger King, except it's Hungry Jack.
Yeah, we call it Hungry Jack because we already have a
Burger
shop.
King.
Yeah, Burger King in Australia. And
but who's Jack and why is he hungry?
Hungry King. Wait, what's... Yeah, I don't know. Do we have Fuddcrackers? No, what's that?
Burger place.
What? Yeah, no,
Boyga.
we don't have that.
Sad.
What else? Oh yeah, I feel like you could name a lot of things and we just won't have it.
Okay, next episode is... Oh, this is a good one. This is called In Crow's Unpure House. So, the biggest...
personality test.
No, we just talked about that.
Oh, we talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, episode 6 was the personality test. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, episode 7 was In Crow's Unpure House. Where, first of all, we were chilling in Crow's house and we were making jokes about how unpure it was.
What?
And then that transitioned into the what is it? The purity tier list or something like not tier list, but like alignment chart, right?
Oh.
Yes.
Remember? We were aligning people based on how pure and intelligent they are.
Yeah. I think we were aligning. Wait, we were
Characters.
aligning
I think it was the
people or
characters.
Also the characters, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I'm scrolling through and I'm trying to look. Is that the next one or the next episode, or is it in this episode?
I think it's episode 7 because that's what the thumbnail is.
Oh! Oh wait, true. Wait, I can't find it. Hello? Oh wait, it's at the beginning. Never mind. I just skipped over it.
Is that the beginning? Oh, it is at the beginning. No. It was at the beginning because I was getting the format. Maybe did I keep transitioning forward and back? Okay, I think I can't. No, okay. I know what it is. I keep transitioning from looking at us to looking at the list.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. The title, the way you made that title makes it think like we were talking about something unwholesome in that episode.
No, we just happened to be in your house.
Alright, something wrong with my house?
It's also referencing the fact that we were doing the list too.
I guess. Okay, fair enough.
That was fun.
Oh yeah.
I like when we do lists.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty fun. I always like it when we have something planned for podcast and we're just doing something fun on the cast. It's always fun. Yes. But other than that, I don't remember anything else from that episode.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was just a feature.
Yeah, okay, basically we started doing it because Hardy's did something similar before ELS streamers.
Yeah, she did it about streamers.
Yeah.
And we were like, let's do it for the characters.
Yeah, and then she ranked me at the very bottom, like just unwholesome, straight up. I don't know who else was down there with me, but I was like one of the bottom females.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, which is ironic because I swear in real life I saw I'm the most wholesome person ever. I saw, kinda, maybe not.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? I
Dude,
wouldn't say the
you know
most wholesome. I would say maybe you're average, not the most wholesome.
Look, wholesome out of my friend group because I'm.
Huh? What the heck does that mean? Oh yeah, bro.
What?
I'm the cleanest thing in this toxic waste dump. Okay, no.
What the heck?
I'm joking.
No, I'm child of God. Don't know what you're talking about.
I think your wholesomeness is average.
Average.
It's the standard.
No, okay, fine, whatever. Actually, speaking of yesterday, one of my high school friends did show up to Hardy's stream.
Wow.
That night she was drinking, and then she just pretty much just
Artist was
told
streaming that?
No, she wasn't drinking. I think she drank off stream.
Oh.
Yeah, and then my friend just told her how like I groped girls in high school.
To quote Crow, I'm the most wholesome person. Uh-huh.
Yeah, no. Consensual groping. It's okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's fine. Anyway, next episode.
Okay, next episode. Oh no. Episode 8 is that. I think episode 7 we just talked about it. Yeah. Go to episode. Yeah, episode 8 is that list. The
Wait, why'd you put it in the thumbnail of episode 7 then?
I guess maybe something messed up there, and I wasn't realizing. Cause yeah, in the beginning of episode 7, I thought maybe because we were just talking about the list, and then episode after we were just like, let's make a list.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were watching. I think we were watching Hardy.
Oh yeah, we were watching it and reacting. Okay, yeah, okay. I remember now for sure. I saw Hardy's doing it, and I was like, this will be a great thing to talk about during podcast. So I didn't watch it live. I remember now.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember as well now.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very good. Hardy's can get really creative with her stream ideas. She's very artistic, and then it's really funny watching her do stuff. She's cool. Oh right, yeah. I forget. Speaking of Hardy's, I invited her onto podcast and I completely forgot.
Oh.
That's
okay.
I was sleeping.
It's fine. I mean, it's an anniversary thing, so I think it's nice to have just the OG 3, you know?
It's alright. Hardy's didn't say anything, so let's just assume she forgot. I'm sorry, Hardy's. If you're here, I'm sorry.
I don't think so. Yeah. She would have said something. Hardy's always only says something at the beginning of when she starts watching my stream and then goes silent.
Oh, yeah. And sometimes she raids and then just like, you say hi, and then she's just not there.
Leaves.
She raids and she's gone. She's gone. She raids, she hits that raid button, she's gone.
What's up?
It's always nice having oh wait, actually, speaking of, now I remember one of my other moments from podcast.
Yeah.
Media's Harem podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, with featuring Hardy's Marisia. I think I came afterwards though.
You came afterwards, yes.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that podcast, and I don't think Sky was there was Sky there for that podcast? I don't think
Sky was there in the beginning, I think, and then she had to go.
Yeah. It was a relatively recent one because on that podcast I was helping. Why wasn't I there for that podcast?
You were, I think you were taking your COVID shot.
No, because I took it afterwards. I tuned in to say hi, and I was just like, "Wow, Media's talking to like 4 girls in one call."
Then I can't remember. I swear it was COVID shot.
Maybe it was. Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
Well, you did have 2 doses. Remember? You got 2 doses of COVID shot.
Yeah, no. That was my first one though.
Okay.
It was like, yeah. So definitely, I tuned in before leaving. I remember that. I have good memory, you know, good memory.
Okay, that's just a lie.
Media doesn't give me anything, any credit.
Yeah, I just know. It's just a lie. That's a blatant lie. Never heard a more blatant lie in my life.
Sag.
Okay. No, you guys saying what's up?
What was I saying? I kind of sidetracked. I forgot what I was talking about.
I mean, that's a classic podcast thing too.
Yeah, dude.
Just
I feel like one of the categories I wanted to go through and make like a ranking of was the best sidetracking moment kind of thing. But wow, you didn't invite me for Plagueis' Labyrinth.
I can do another. I have a cave.
Okay, sure. I'll wait for you. Yeah, but yeah, that was like part of the idea I wanted to do. You know, regarding the podcast ranking list, I wanted to do like hottest take, and then among those clips would be like bits where we ever argued with each other on something we disagree or like, and then another category would have been like I forgot something. Oh yeah. Longest sidetrack or something like that.
Longest sidetrack.
Yeah.
No, that's good. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, but I got lazy and I didn't do it.
Fair.
If I have known that you had a playlist for all the podcasts, I
I
probably
mean, the
would've
play.
known.
I need to update the playlist, so it's also my fault.
No. It's fine. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I should have asked you. I would have asked you if I knew there was a playlist. I would have gone through and been more motivated to look through them because it would have been nice to just like rewatch those earlier podcasts kind of thing.
We'll do it for the 2nd-year anniversary.
Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Yeah, well, I'll have more clips to go through as well. Anyway.
Okay. Next episode was episode 9. 1.5 crows. What?
I think this was the first time Sky wasn't there. Maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have time steps. We have time steps in here.
Yeah. This is back in the day when I actually made timestamps because I wasn't
No,
lazy.
you did. There was one episode earlier on. You didn't miss a time step on.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like in the early days, I did timestamps.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
then we stopped.
Yeah, that's stopped.
Wait.
See.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Back
that's
in the
stopped.
days. Back in the days.
Let's see. The
last-
history of us
okay.
joining guilds. What type of role will Noah play? That's funny.
Oh, wait,
Theorizing
this
about
is
Noah.
Cyberpunk. Yes, in fact. DPS support tank. The answer is yes.
Yeah. He's all three. He really is DPS
Kinda,
support
yeah,
and tank.
yeah. Oh, dang. Alright, we should have. Well, I wonder what. I should rewatch this in my own time and just see what we said about that.
Yeah, this just seems like a kind of more like just general podcast where we just talked about a bunch of stuff, actually.
Yeah, we just talked about all sorts of stuff, really.
Mhm.
The last question though, would you ever change classes to be stronger? Haha.
Heck no.
I think my answer back then was no, but the irony is, like later on during that year, I did job change to Rage Hearts for like a while
Hmm.
because and I did enjoy him a lot because he was stronger.
Fair. Oh, side tangent. Sky, your thoughts about the Raven changes?
Yeah.
Mm. Let me pull them off again.
Well, I'll send you a link.
Okay, thank you.
Let me find that.
Oh well, it was that real quick at the top of the head for Nova at least. Rain of Fire is big now. Is big.
Yeah, check that.
I just mostly wanted a link to make sure I didn't skip anything for Furious Blade and Rage Hearts.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I mean I'm mostly curious about the Nova stuff because Nova's main.
Yeah. Nova. I remember I changed my Discord status. I was like, it's so big. For that
It is very big.
It is. It's huge. Let me
Huge.
find it. Okay, I don't remember where I sent it. I think media sent it to me. Maybe?
Okay. In that case, I'll work off my memory.
Mhm.
So Furious.
So hypersonic
Furious Blade
stab.
was
Yeah, so
sharp
hypersonic stab.
charge,
Yeah.
range.
Yes. Sharp
Was
charge.
anything else?
Sharp is sharp sentry. It goes throughout the entire map.
It,
And
holy
then
crap.
hypersonic stab finally become not jank, which is really cool.
Like, not only is it not jank, but it's now size dependent.
It's also broken.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you know you can double hit on big bosses if they have multi-targets?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Flash.
Yeah, it also has flash. Yeah, it also has
Oh god. This is like this
Zon
feels
sent
like a
the
classic
video.
COD moment.
Yeah.
Like it feel like I think up until this point it's always been Fierce Blade boss mean nothing until you fix hypersonic stab. And then they do this and now it's gone just a bit overboard.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Maybe just a bit.
it's literally like FB has nothing to complain about anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It like
Like
it's so broken.
Zon sent a video clip in the chat and also yeah. And he
yeah,
asked,
it's I haven't
he
seen this.
asked, did you see the Furious by Plagueis and Outskirt videos? Me.
Yeah,
Oh, see,
I mean he one shot the hands. Yeah.
No, the one I saw was the one where he went straight to the head and just hypersonic savage. It was just so fast. I was like, what the heck? I need
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Because right now when I play Furious Blade and Plagueis Labyrinth, I use hypersonic stab and I fall off. And I'm just like, I go off the edge. I can't stay up there.
yeah, and then it like doesn't hit and you're like, oh, it's sad.
Also, Sky, I sent a video that compiles all the new changes Raven's got.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually don't know if I like. Okay, so the hypersonic stab, it's like very nutty, right? But
Mhm.
it's just I don't like the animation change. It feels very soft now.
I think
This whoosh.
I think it's
Like
fine.
it doesn't feel like kaboom. It.
Yeah, he doesn't feel like
Whoosh.
he kind of just slides.
Yeah, I get what you're saying that it's a dash, but I would take a non-jank skill over animation any day.
Oh, I care about it. I feel like it. I don't know. Media probably wouldn't agree, but for me, I think animation, like how the characters are animated during their like animation skills and stuff, also matters to some extent when it comes to oh, what's the word? Immersion.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. To me, that's just the icing on the cake. Like
Okay.
I like icing, like the icing on top of a cake is like really good and like it's really nice, but it's like that's not what a cake is. You know, the cake has still had to be the cake.
No, the icing on the cake is important.
Yeah, okay, Crow. I'm not saying it isn't important. I'm saying that the cake itself needs to be there.
No,
Like I'm not gonna only eat icing.
No. I would say the cake is not a cake without the icing, you know?
Yes, I agree. I'm not saying against that. I'm saying the
Oh,
cake's
okay.
gotta be there for it to
Okay.
work together. Like it's just the extra bits, like the extra perfection.
No,
But
you
the
were
most important
saying
part
how
is the
if
cake.
No, you said if the icing wasn't there, it's fine. It's still a cake.
No, I did not say that.
Okay, I guess I misheard. Are you sure you want to do this play against
No.
No, okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, we'll talk about Raven stuff. Okay. Yeah, so other things that got changed, Sky, was the Rage Hearts 90% cast speed increase.
For Death
the
Strike.
Same Strike.
Yeah.
Aerial.
Yeah.
And then
Devastating
aerial Death Strike.
And
kinda-
HSS.
Yeah, it's very nutty for Rage Hearts as well, because you know how you can use Devastating Strike in the air? It's gonna count towards one of his aerial skills, and also the cooldown decrease is also very...
Yeah, so I think what was the others? Oh, I think, was it Awakened Will?
Yeah.
Was this? Yeah, so that's changed from 3 stacks to 2 stacks, and that got overall buffed as well.
Yeah, and overall more damage on that one. And well, Mod Nuclear got a effect change from more critical chance to critical damage increase.
Yeah.
So that got buffed.
That's just damage.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you saw
and
the animation, but like in his animation, he's like... He casts Devastating Strike. He finishes casting Devastating Strike before it even...
Yeah, the voice
says
line
the
is
voice
slow,
line.
actually. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Referee.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The Relentless Power change. So now Devastating Strike is finally part of the passive. And the passive finally, and the passive finally gives how do I say this? Has total cooldown reduction. Like its CDR effect is based off total cooldown instead of current cooldown now.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. So that one's also really big, where it's just like
Yeah.
after he goes through his rotation, he can just repeat his rotation again.
Yeah, you won't have a. Yeah, you won't. Yeah, his cooldown problems are probably mostly okay now. Before,
Yeah.
even if you had CDR ERP, like your skills would all be great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually.
You're miserable.
Mhm.
And then NI is party attack when below 70% HP, and
Mhm.
I think it was 75. Was it 70%?
It's 75 now instead of 50.
Oh, 75.
Yeah, it's 75.
oh, okay, right.
Which, in my
Um,
opinion, doesn't matter, but I guess it's neat.
I guess it's fair.
Cause like Nova's at
Um,
40 anyway. Like that's my kind of point, is that Nova's constantly at 40. So it's just like,
Yeah.
what's the point of making it from 50 to 75? But I don't know. Maybe when you're healing from something, it can like still be there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that leeway is for like party heal.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rain of Fire individual hitboxes increase in size.
It's
It's big. Have you
It is
seen? Have you,
big.
yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty.
The
It's pretty
bullets
funny how
are
big it is.
funky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, dang.
Those are some big firebombs.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think most of the updates for the Raven skills, when they increase hitbox, it was literally just you just select or increase size. That's
Yeah. Even the bullets are bigger for some reason.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like unnecessary. It was so
Yeah.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sky? Like, you know how Rain of Fire, he fires the revolver bullets in the sky?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for
Those
some
are
reason
bigger
those
too.
revolver bullets are bigger too. Like, why is that necessary?
Yeah, I think Koji just got it. They're just a bit lazy when it comes to like.
I mean,
Gay code.
yeah, I mean, like, might as well. It's just kind of silly.
Yeah.
It does look a bit out of place, but you know what? I guess save on human resources.
Yeah.
It works. It works. I guess it's good enough. Kind of thing.
Yeah. But so overall, Sky, like, how do you feel about the Nova stuff? Like, are you really cool with it, or are you just like, oh, I wish you got this instead? Like, where are you on this?
I think the Nova changes are interesting because Clock has taken a completely different direction with, or at least the opinions on what Clock thinks will make NO better is completely different from what the players think.
Mm-hmm.
I think from what I've seen and what I've heard around, correct me if I'm wrong, but almost every single NI player, and I mean who's at in-game, Korean players included, wish that Nova was either tankier and or deals more damage to compensate for the fact that he's almost dead all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These changes address neither of those points.
The changes, if anything, the changes leaned him more towards a supporting aspect, like his supporting role.
Well, half of it,
Yeah.
because the Rain of Fire is just damage.
Yeah, it's very hard damage, but the other bit, half of
It's
it.
It's a change that I'll take any day. That's fine. That's not something I'm opposed to. But I think it's just interesting to see that Cog and the players have very different ideas of how they want to change the class.
Yeah. I was asking immediately, like, what if the direction they want to go with Nova is for him to be a support main?
I've always been down with that. I've been saying before he got any of the support things, I would like it if Nova was a support class that had a niche in like doing damage to big bosses, because I feel like that fits with his lore of being a commander. Like I've always said from the beginning, back when Rasa was getting like, it was like more important to take supports with you and things like that. I was like, how come Nova's not how come Nova can't support the team? He's a commander, I've said that for many years. Now he finally can support the team, but I think he can also go a step beyond what he is now. I think they're kind of inching him along, and I honestly think that there's more things that he could do. I already have 2 ideas in my head, and it also kind of like coincides with something Scott was talking about earlier with the tankiness. The 2 things that I think he should have is, so the Flames of Victory passive, which gives you a cooldown proc whenever you activate any of the crows. I think that should reduce the cooldown of the party as well. I also think on the side that each of the crows individually should each on their own decrease cooldown, like maybe decrease how much cooldown it decreases. That's a weird sentence, but whatever. But yeah, I think each of the crows independently should be able to proc that, and it should proc for the whole party. Again, just to take him to that level where he's more support. And I think he should have Gemini blocking when he activates Overheat. So when the Overheat icon appears. In my opinion, when that Overheat icon appears, he should have a 0.5 second moment of 99% reduced damage.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wait, Sky, would you rather Nova Minfro to be DPS main or primary role or support primary role?
I don't really have any strong opinions about this, as in like whatever happens, I don't mind.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
But for me, if I had to personally make if I had to make a choice, I'd choose DPS all the way.
DPS.
I think he should be the most glass cannon of glass cannons.
Oh, okay. Sky likes the risky play kind of.
Yeah, but I think with Birth that's a lot trickier to pull off because you're basically forced to tank.
Yeah, you have to.
But perhaps maybe there may be some mechanics like the Gemini blocking that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Perhaps there may be some. How do I say it? Personally, I'd like for him to be a glass cannon that you can play around. Because I think in the current state, if you just like, I don't know, let's say you gave him massive damage buff, but also decreases tankiness by severe amounts. In the current state, this would be pretty much unplayable.
Yeah.
Just because of how Birth is.
Unless you take certain classes with you all the time, like CC and Celestia, which is a popular combination, but you don't see it all the time.
But it's not something that isn't necessarily healthy. But yeah, I like glass cannons.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
fair. In the past...
Also, to real quick clarify, I don't want Nova to be main support. I've always wanted him to be hybrid. I want to be both.
I swear you said that you wanted him to be main support.
No. When I said the phrase, I've always wanted him to have support. Maybe it came off that way, but no. I've never wanted him to be
Have
main
support
support.
options.
I've always wanted him to be
Like, they
hybrid.
exist.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I think right now he is hybrid. KG did give him a lot of support. I think he's the best Nova support. I mean, he's the best Raven support.
Yeah, by quite a lot.
Yeah, by quite a lot. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, and I think for Rage Hearts and Furious Blade in general, to summarize, it's just they just got DPS buffs kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I think another thing that's interesting is that these changes for not really for Nova, mostly for Furious Blade Rage Hearts, is that these are changes that players have been requesting for literally years.
Well, mostly the
HSS
hypersonic one.
Yeah, HSS has been jank for years.
Yeah.
Like, actually, I think ever since its existence, it's been jank.
Yes, but it didn't matter until Rosso.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Because like content, LOL. Like there was nothing that difficult, so who cares?
Yeah.
That's true. I think for Rage Hearts, ever since Relentless Power became a thing, people are like, you use arm skills, but why is Death Strike not?
Yeah, that's its own type of like jank. Like
Yeah,
why
and there's
passive
also the whole thing with cooldown problems, because the thing reduces currency, and people are like, why does Nova like for example, like why does Nova get to have why did like X class get to have total CD? Why can't we have total CD?
Right.
And then it just
Yeah.
So
Which is and it is weird because I think one of the biggest Nova problems in terms of jank, in my opinion, is his animations. His animations are way too long, especially on Giga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit of a double-edged sword because this basically like guarantees that he has no cooldown problems.
Yeah. Yeah, his
The cooldown
cooldowns are
problems-
fine. It's just the fact that you're waiting for
Yeah.
the animations to finish.
Yeah.
He
So I guess like
last time.
yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
it's still something that Rage Hearts players have been wanting for a while. I think especially the cooldown change, but also the Relentless Power thing, just because it doesn't really make sense for it not to be part of the.
Yeah, it's the best skill. It's also his best
Yeah.
skill.
So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Raven changes.
Okay. Yeah, fair. Fair thinking.
Yeah, it's about what is it? Yeah, the things that I still want though are like I still want his animations to be fixed because there's no, in my opinion, there is no reason for Raven to have that recoil overheat animation. I think it was fine for like lore stuff, like back in the day when like dungeons and animations and like optimal DPS didn't matter. But at least make it cancelable. At least like you can still have it. At least make it cancelable because it's so annoying to just be in an animation that nobody else has, and it's just there for lore purposes. It's very annoying to me. Because it's not like his percents are so much stronger than everybody else. Like, obviously Nova has really good percentage damages for his skills, but there are classes that obviously do better damage and they don't have a recoil animation. Like, it's only there for lore. And I think it's fine for lore, it's cute, but when it gets in the way of practicality, then I get annoyed.
To some yeah. What are you going to say?
My interpretation is that it's supposed to be part of the overheat mechanic, and that it is the draw. It is it just adds on to the drawback.
Yeah,
So,
but yeah, and then
damage.
my counter for that would be like then overheat needs to be stronger because overheat's just kind of like a good passive, not like an amazing thing. Like it's not like the best thing, I guess it would be the thing. Would say.
Well, that's true, yeah, because you have to overheat to keep up with everyone else.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Overheat isn't. Yeah, I guess overheat's drawbacks in terms of animation is not equivalent to its benefits.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of that one note with the player conference and how the Nova and how like the notes on Nova said that something didn't match up. They felt that the overheat because they felt that the overheat drawbacks were not like his damage didn't match up to the drawbacks.
Yeah.
Especially. I keep forgetting my point. I'm so sorry.
No,
It's
I'm
fine.
fine. We're just dying right now as well. I think I don't remember much from that conference, but I think.
Oh Oh, that's right.
Well, yeah. Well, they
So-
couldn't talk about characters. So.
Yeah. So I think what they, well, that's right. One point that stuck up with me from the Nova notes was that the players felt that overheat because like in an ideal world, overheat is something that you choose. Like you can go, okay, I would choose to overheat, big risk but big damage.
Yeah.
And there's also I can choose low risk but low damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the players felt that it's no longer an optional mechanic. Like you either overheat or you just flop.
We have to
Yeah.
overheat if you want to keep up with the rest of the thing.
Yeah, though, yeah, that's a good point. Is that overheat doesn't make Nova's damage better than everybody else. It puts it on
Just
par
match
with
exactly
everybody
the
else.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it puts it on par.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think there's a bit of if you wanted to balance that, right, and if you wanted to make it so that overheat becomes an optional thing, I don't know if how that would work, because wouldn't people just
Oh, yeah.
choose to do more damage anyway? So it's just like overall the
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, so it's just like, how do you go about addressing an issue like that?
You'd have to introduce another kind of drawback, I think.
Probably, yeah. That's true. That's a good point.
I think pastime might actually be workable in that aspect.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But I think from it there'd have to be a much bigger difference between cast and in between cast animation between non-repeat and repeat. Because right now, like, you only have that short window. Like in most cases, like that short window of overheat recoil isn't what's gonna kill you.
Yeah. That doesn't kill you. It just makes it.
It's just annoying.
It makes it feel jank and messes up your cycles.
Yeah. So I think maybe they could do something like, if you overheat it, you also increase your cast time. But like the damage is still worth
Yeah,
increasing.
but
your
yeah,
cast
it
time
has to
for.
be equivalent in the damage that it brings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Yeah.
Speaking of jank cast times and stuff, I don't know if any Furious Blade mains are in chat or anyone know this. But so recently I did switch to Furious Blade because my chat told me to. And then what I noticed is Giga Drive Limiter and Bloody Axle have the longest cast time ever. Like it's
Oh yeah, definitely Giga Drive.
yeah.
It takes forever.
It's like so jarring. I use them. Everything else is fast. Speed. And then I want to rebuff, and I'm just like, I press E, and then I'm mashing my W, just like hoping that he'd quickly get out of his E animation to use it, and then it takes so long. And then what ends up happening is, I thought his E would be done, and then I thought I'd use Bloody Axle, but then it turns out he only just finished his E, but I already used Hypersonic Stab, so then I completely forgot to Bloody Axle buff myself, and I was like, that's so like weird. Like, why is it necessary to have such a long buffing, self-buff animation kind of thing?
It does scale with attack speed though. So if you have attack speed buffers, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I have like, right now I have my action speed is at.
Oh well, I meant attack speed buffs because
attack
you can
speed
only
buffs,
yeah.
Stop it, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying, that one as well.
Yeah. At least Bloody XL you can cancel for the ending animation.
yeah.
But yeah, Giga Drive you're stuck.
Yeah.
Until you
I don't
start.
get how like there's some skills that you can cancel animation, but some skills that you can't. Like, why can't
Yeah.
they just make all of them? Like,
I think so. I mean, that's what I think for Nova.
yeah,
like,
Nova-
Because all of his aerial skills don't have it. You can cancel Revolver. I think that's it. You can cancel
Revolver,
Crow
cancel
too, kind of.
Deadly Raid, yeah.
Kind of Crow.
Yeah,
but not really.
You can cancel Revolver, you can cancel Deadly Raid, but you can't cancel like the big skills.
You can cancel Deadly Raid too, yeah. You can't, but yeah, you can't cancel Giga, which is the biggest criminal. You can't cancel Rain either. Like, Rain's pretty fast, but in my opinion, the recoil still feels a little jank when I'm trying to be optimal.
It's just in general, Nova in Parade feels like a slow character.
Yes, unfortunately. Which
I think especially when you switch into classes like Twilight. Like sometimes I play Twilight and then I go into Night and I'm like, I feel like I'm playing on like slow-mo.
Slow motion L slot.
Or at least like have it like other classes do, where you cast it and then it goes and you can do other things. At least, like if Giga kept its speed, but Raven wasn't himself in an animation casting it, I'd be fine with that too, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
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 But that's how like was thinking of another skill. That's how like Code Antithesis Chandelier works. Because I was looking at that skill,
you
I'm
just
just like,
cast it and then it
you s-
cocoons it.
yeah,
couple
set it and
seconds
forget it.
later.
You set it and forget it. This party's cracked with that.
Yeah, speaking of Code Antithesis, oh my god, she's ridiculous.
Yeah, she's pretty fun.
She's absolutely ridiculous. Strongest class in the game right now. We've got Antithesis with +9 to outdamaging other classes with +11 VOSs.
Yeah, she's bonkers.
Yeah, Antithesis is ridiculous. I think we do have the pre-nerf version though, because I saw her reduced damage passive is 99.9. That is pre-nerf, so
Oh,
we haven't
okay.
gotten the nerf yet, but I've been hearing people say that even if she got those nerfs, it doesn't really change much. It's like
she's still gonna be really strong, but it's not like
Yeah.
it's just redonkulous right now.
Yeah, like oh my god, it's insane. Like she's just good at everything. PvP, PvE, everything. She's got so much super armor in PvP as well, and I'm like, and her electron balls are better than the other Eves. She's like, yeah, it's just like, it's ridiculous. I'm just like, why is this allowed? Like,
I think that's the standard. New character syndrome is always going to be a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if Noah was. Noah is ridiculous, but I don't feel as. Yeah, I
mean,
more ridiculous than Noah.
She-
Code Celestia made a new meta of buffers.
Oh, true.
I think
fair
Code
enough.
Celestia. I think Celestia is the most taken buffer in the entire game, and he hasn't even been out that long.
Yeah, I think Antithesis is just it just feels the impact more because she's a DPS with primary role.
Well, yeah, like the reason why Liberator didn't make much of a splash when he first came out is because I don't think people liked playing Liberator for whatever reason. That was a rare instance of people not caring about gameplay as much. I think something about Liberator people just didn't really enjoy, so they didn't really care. But Liberator was definitely super broken, at least DPS wise.
Yeah.
Super broken.
I wonder whether it was because of his mana hungriness.
Maybe, could be.
Like I feel like the
Because
impression
she
that
has,
I get
yeah,
is that
she has mana management skills.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Also, having an Antithesis and Celeste in the same party, you pretty much don't have cooldowns. Everything's just always up.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Which is what it's what makes Chandelier so good, because Chandelier actually is very, very slow, but it doesn't really matter because you could just use it so much, and again you can act out of it that it just doesn't matter.
Yeah. What else was I gonna say about Antithesis? I think that. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I hope when Nova 4th Pass comes out, it's gonna be just as ridiculous. Because Nova.
I mean, it will. Yeah, new character syndrome is.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. KOG knows what they're doing whenever they create new characters. They know what people like. It's characters, and they know how to make people play these characters and make them good. They know. Like, I know people talk about a lot of times, like, oh, KOG doesn't play their own game and things like that. Like, yeah, I know that's a meme. They know what's good. Like,
I think the only thing they know what's good is when it comes to character design. If there's anything KOG can do right, I think it's
no. I meant gameplay. They know they know what's good, and they know what works well in like metas and things like that. They know what works well in PvP, and they know what works well in dungeons. So they know how to make strong characters.
No, but like for example, people would prefer Nova Imperator to be more DPS. And
No, new characters. That's what I'm saying. My point is new characters. They know what's strong, and that's how they know how to make these new characters very well. That people like them is they'll make them very strong. As I'm saying is that they know how to make strong characters. It's because these new characters are always so strong. That's what I'm saying.
Is it always a good idea to make character design that has the best kit though?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it just ruins it.
I mean, yeah, about to say I don't like it. I've always hated new character syndrome, but you know, it gets people to play. At the end of the day, it really does get people to play.
See,
I
from my
feel like-
observations of, so I'm not too well versed in the raid community, as in like I don't check discussions that often, but I've heard that raid community has two sides to the code entities. At least the first are the people who've got changed to her and are enjoying this newfound power. The second, the other half, or like the other side, are the people who are absolutely mulling over her power because she is so strong that you can it's
Yeah.
it's to the point where some parties will refuse to run without her
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also to the point where like some players like feel really demotivated because they're like, what's the point? Like I could have perfect gear plus a VOS, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter when code entities could do my job with
Yeah.
like significantly worse reforges.
Yeah, which is why
Significantly
I
worse.
think
Yeah.
KG just which is part of the reason why I just think KG just like kind of don't really know what they're doing because I feel
But
like
no,
that
that's what I'm saying. Like they
outfit
do know what they're doing is they want people to play.
it's so ridiculous. I think this one was just super ridiculous though.
Mhm. I agree.
I don't like did Genesis have a huge power creep as much as Antithes did? I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
No, not as much because, yeah, it's just not as much. Anthony's is so much
He
more
was just
powerful.
he was just like solid, strong,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
quite strong.
He was just
Like,
very
And
like,
good.
then Antithes came out and it's just like ridiculous. I'm like, what the fuck? Like what the fuck is this KG?
Well, but I say, in my opinion, I think they were. If you want my
Intentional.
real opinion on this, I think they were rushed to make these classes, and they weren't supposed to drop until this summer. And that's why I think they're not. At least for Antithes, I think it's very telling. I think if she actually dropped when she was supposed to, in my opinion, which would have been this summer, it would have been fine. And I think she will eventually get to that fine state where she's just kind of solid, but not this broken. But I do think this was definitely rushed. And this is one of the downsides of something being rushed like this.
Hard to say, because I feel like when something is rushed, you can definitely tell when it's rushed.
I think it's definitely telling because A, we're getting characters and dungeon content, and B, you have things like Code Antithes, which comes out hyper broken, and they have to actually make an apology and be like, yeah, we released her really strong, and we're sorry.
Yeah, but
about
even
that.
after the patch, she's still kind of broken. Like
Yeah,
they
she's
didn't
still-
really do much in the
Yeah,
patch.
I mean, we'll see, because yeah, her she definitely got some nice nerfs though.
Alright, fair enough.
Mm.
All right. So after that tangent, this is an interesting one. Yeah, I also think this next podcast aged very poorly because of considering the things that we talked about. So the next one was episode 10. We talked about the Mega Pass. Do you guys remember the Mega Pass?
Yeah.
Yes.
PC
You
Cafe buff.
pretty much activate your own, cafe buff, activate your own drop rate and EXP event. You guys remember in that episode, we well, at least I remember theorizing, like maybe this was our way to have PC bang buff. Obviously, that didn't happen.
That didn't
Didn't
it was a
happen.
one-time thing. It was just
Yeah, it's just a one-time thing. In my opinion, I still believe the opinion that, like, I think it would have been a great idea of, like, this is our version of PC bang buff, and I think it would have made them a lot of profits, too.
Probably, yeah.
Mhm. Because it's just like,
Um,
we talked about this in the podcast, obviously, but, people have schedules and people have time that, maybe Sunday, like, today is the EXP event. Maybe Saturday's not a good day for a lot of people. Maybe Monday's a better day for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And being able to just select when you want that, I think would have been really cool.
You can suggest feedback to KOG, right? Through the ticket system.
Yeah.
You reckon we could probably just submit
Yeah.
a ticket, just be like, yo.
The tough thing, too, is that, NA, it can only do what KR lets them. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And KR has this mentality, unfortunately, that's no server can be better than the KR server, essentially, which
Yeah.
I think sucks. But what can you do? Like it's like because you can perceive it in the way of just like, well, the tickets, the Mega Pass is better than Cafe because you don't need to go to a location, So
Yeah.
maybe in that mind, it's just like, well, this is better, and you can't have something better than KR.
Yeah. True. That it does. Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I don't like it, but it is what it is.
Because I think there's like a lot of updates where we just don't get things from KR.
Yeah.
I think for example the free promotional outfits where you can magic wardrobe your promotional outfit. Can't do that. And also the fact that they can purchase a bank share with ED and we can't.
Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing as well.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, and so I just thought about this point.
Mhm.
One of the things that the Korean players complained about for the conference was ED shop rates because they have exactly the same ED shop rates as we do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then so basically the players are like ED shop is way too expensive. Enough.
Oh yeah, and they did do that for I think the mana pots for sure.
But otherwise, I think Chaos' response was, other servers have this price and they don't complain.
Cool.
And they're like, no.
Well, other
Which is-
servers don't have as big of a population as Chaos.
Yeah, 'cause I remember
it's
them saying
also-
too, like, it's hard for them to balance that because everybody's economy is different.
Yeah, and it's also affected by different things. Like I think this is, like, I think this complaint is probably the best sign that ED has the highest value in the Korean server compared to possibly other servers. I don't know how it is in the other Asian servers, but
Yeah,
especially in NA.
Kachin got more powerful over here, somewhat recently.
I think
Oh,
that was
yeah.
because of
I think it has something to do with like a bug people were manipulating, and then we lost the bug.
oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah. It was an exploit. Wasn't it in Steam? I can't remember. It got something to do with
yeah.
exchange rates.
Yeah, yeah,
but-
yeah,
New Mexico location got better exchange rates and blah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think another interesting point that I heard from someone else is that their take on the economy is that the economy, the value of ED and essentially the economy is controlled by ED bots.
Yeah.
The more they are,
Unfortunately.
yeah, the more they are, then ED value of ED goes down, economy goes to crap.
Yeah. And that's something like, you know, crappy people will just be crappy people, unfortunately. If there's an easy way to get ED, unfortunately, people are gonna ED bot it. Which just sucks, because it really does help the free-to-play players so much.
Mm.
It just sucks. It's just, why did, there has always had, unfortunately, there always are those bad eggs.
Mm.
It's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing.
I mean, it's like, what do you, like, it's like, what do you do as, like, the company is, like, you want to make something that's, like, you want to make a way for free-to-plays to be able to, like, you know, make, like, buy things with ED, which is a good currency, but it's like, if it's too easy, then it gets botted. Cause, like, before, it was Solus Dungeon, and that was fine, then it got botted, and now it got removed, and now it's story mode, and unfortunately, I see it all the time. I see a bunch of bots, just 3 at a time. Just all
Yeah.
over it.
If the world was perfect, people would just not bot, you know? Just
Yeah.
stop bot and just play the game.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate either that some people are lazy, but I also heard that a big reason why Southeast Asian countries in particular, especially the Vietnamese community. I don't know whether you guys like know this, but there's like a stereotype that Vietnamese players are often like in the work here, somehow involved in the black market
What? Really?
of RMT, and it's actually because I think in a fair amount of developing countries, it is like, because the currency is so weak and everything, that it's actually it actually earns you more money to play MMOs in RMT than it is to work like a proper full-time job.
Oh shit.
This is not just the
Okay, I
problem
see.
that-
Yeah, I see the angle. Yeah, I definitely see the angle.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is just a general MMO thing. Like, it's not a problem exclusive to also. You probably, if you play RuneScape or like
I was
Maple Story, you
actually-
can see this too.
I was actually gonna disclose something like private and controversial, but yeah, I actually did get approached from someone from Southeast Asia region asking if I wanted to help them level up these accounts that they wanted to sell, kind of thing,
Yikes.
for NA,
Yikes.
specific for NA, and I said no.
Yeah, kind of dodge.
Yeah, I won't say their name, but yeah, I just Sky Story reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's also, I think that might also be part of the reason why so many Vietnamese players farm so hard.
Yeah.
Like they're farming not just because they want to progress in the game. Like, it's also for some amount of them, it's actually real life income.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Which
Yeah,
is-
because
it's
it
unfortunate,
makes
but-
sense though, because in that, like, ED is neutral if you play the game. You know, its value
Yeah.
is equivalent no matter where you live.
That's true.
Oh, interesting.
It's like to some extent, though, you know, it feels like a fictional movie, like a plot line where economy is so bad, people have to rely on playing video games to earn money.
Right.
That sounds like a
Yeah.
sounds like a interesting movie plot line. That's actually a reality.
Does sound like an interesting movie. I'd watch that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Actually, I have been
What's
watching a lot of like recap movie stuff. Like, you know, have you seen the channels where it's just like
Oh yeah.
movie recap? Yeah. I've been watching a lot of that recently.
I could never understand how those channels can have movie footage and not get copyright strike though.
Yeah, because like some of the stuff they recap are like pretty recent movies as well, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. And sometimes they'll have footage, and I'm just like, how the hell do you have footage? What? How are you not
Yeah.
getting destroyed by copyright?
There are some cases where they mirror the
Yeah,
video.
yeah. They do little tricks and stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, huh, interesting.
Yeah.
Alright,
So next one, episode. Oh, this is actually I actually quite like this episode. So episode 11 is mistranslation. This one was brought about because the Zhongli. Well, no, it was the final act of Liyue, and Child had like a pretty interesting. It wasn't a mistranslation. I guess it was just like a different interpretation or whatever. In one of his voice lines.
yeah.
And we were just talking about like mistranslations and things like that. I thought that was like what I think like. You know, occasionally we have like a lot of like fun conversations, but sometimes we have these intelligent conversations that are like make you think. And I think that's one of my favorite ones is talk about like mistranslations and like translate because Sky does translation stuff, right? So I think it's very cool to talk about, especially with you, Sky, about this translation stuff.
I did like actually later on do a bit of translation. I think I translated specifically a Zhongli and Child fan-made visual novel kind of thing. I think one incident I had with translating was there was one bit where we could infer like 3 different meanings from this one sentence.
Oh god.
Yeah. So I was just like, huh, is he asking like if Child addresses him this way or whatever. And then I went in the chat and I was like, hey, what's this inferring here? And I brought up my 3 different inferences. I was like, oh, which out of these 3, which inferences he's talking about? Then someone responded with a fourth version. I'm like, dude, you're not helping me. You're not helping me. I came in here to ask to limit my option. You just expanded it. Hello. And then the actual like original writer was just like, I'll just translate it literally as is. And I'm like, okay. I'm hoping that because like if I translate it literally as is, it would get it could get a different like inference to what the original stuff like that. So I was like, it was moments like that where I realized I'm like, oh. Man, there's a lot more depth to translation than just translating the words to English kind of thing.
Yeah, I think there's a there's a reason why translation is A, profession, and B, like why you can why you can go to university and you can study it. Like there are specific courses for translation, and you like read papers and theories of translation, and then you do your own research. And all that, yeah.
Yeah, respected translators, man. Holy crap, they have to be like.
It's hard.
Yeah, they gotta be on point.
Texts. Yeah, they gotta hyperanalyze these texts. Could be fluent in both languages.
Yeah, it's countless hours of study in the actual language too, and then you gotta add on the translation studies on top of that.
Yeah, dude.
But I think that problem is a problem that's like inevitable for languages where you're translating from a more vague language to a less vague language. At least English.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes words just don't have an equivalent meaning, unfortunately.
And then sometimes it's just like, well, which one of these meanings is it? They're all equally valid. So which one is it? IDK. Well, I got like.
Just crying, dying right now. If it was like basic conversation, like translations, like basic, they're just having a normal conversation. They're cool. It's when they get in depth and it's like a literature. You're translating a literature. Oh shit, that's like next level. That's like that's a whole 10 steps up. Next level.
Yeah, it's also why you can actually study. Like when you study translation, you can actually choose like what kinds of things you're aiming to study for. So, for example, like studying literature would be completely different. Like studying to translate literature, for example, would be completely different to studying to translate scientific papers.
Right.
Yeah. Sure.
So the fact that like there's also that specialization element is also like
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I would not want to translate scientific papers. Like I could.
Oh man, imagine. Cause like those are like the problem with that, like compared to like dialogue versus scientific things, like those are
Yeah.
actual facts that if you get wrong, the experiment might go wrong, you might not get the same results. Like
Yeah.
Also, when it
so
comes
crazy.
to science and stuff, right? When it comes to science, it's almost like you're learning a new language because you're learning a bunch of like new terms, like
Yeah.
new terminology.
Yeah, like your vocabulary is expanding
Yeah,
with almost every like
yeah. These scientific
job you do.
terms, they're all different. They're like all these scientific terms. You have to learn new scientific terms, etc.
Yeah, and you have to understand the concepts too, otherwise you have like no
Right.
hope of
Yeah, and then
like translating it.
which makes me think because, like, for example, these scientific terms are all going to be different in Chinese, and then you're going to be learning both these terms in both Chinese and English. So, like, for example, you learn about red blood cells in English, and then in Chinese they're called like different.
Oh shit, bowel or some crap or
something.
something.
Like that. And it's just like, and there's another whole layer of complexity. It's just like, oh my god, my mind's frying kind of thing. It's like you're relearning your own subject. Like, even if you were a science major, if you go and study science in China, for example, you have to relearn all the terminology.
Yeah.
Because it's a new language. It's just like, okay,
Mhm.
nerf this, please.
Yeah.
Can we get a balance patch for this?
Sure.
Personally, I still think literature is harder.
Oh, yeah.
Like, only
Yeah, because literature, you're kind of like, science is just facts. You're just learning new terminology. Literature, you have to make inferences, kind of thing.
yeah, and in
Yeah.
some cases, you are forced to make your own interpretation
Yeah.
of the text and then have that interpretation carry over into the translation.
Yeah.
In some
yeah.
cases, like in Chinese, it's like insert Vega's crap here, and they can get away with it because that's how the language works. But in English, in English, like it literally makes no sense if you do that. So in some cases, like just to have that specific, like having that specificity would mean you like adding your own interpretations to the text and like
Yeah.
I think in some cases, for example, when you're translating, there's a lot of Chinese text translate to English. There'd be like multiple different versions because there's just different interpretations, kind of thing, right? Yeah, by different translators. So, like times like these, is like sometimes you kind of do have to learn the original language, but at the same time, learning a whole language, it's like also really hard to do. It's not easy.
Like in some cases, you know how like going back to your point, how like there are like multiple different valid translations for this. Which one is the right one?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes choosing that is kind of like adding your own interpretation to the text, and also kind of like
Yeah, because when you make that choice, that's a choice that could have easily gone multiple routes.
Yeah, and there's also that the writer the writer clearly had meant something, right? Like in most cases, the writer meant something, had a specific meaning in mind. It's just that the language just makes it vague, and then you have to be familiar enough with the original language to develop the gut feeling to know which one is correct.
Yeah.
Just based on the back, like how often it appears. It's like it's kind of like learning how to understand Chinese specifically, because the amount of homophones is like vastly abundant. Like if I for one pinyin, you could have like 30 different words, and you have to use, and the only thing you have to know which exact word is being used is context.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like in times like this, if you've got connection to the original author, you can just directly ask them.
if you do,
if you have that
That's awesome.
ability, yeah.
If you have that option, yeah.
But obviously, that's too good to be true, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
they should just make it so that authors commission translators to translate their work or something like that, or they license their translation, and then that the person who's translating will be able to contact the original author regarding anything.
Well, most times the original author is making more stuff. You know what I mean?
More stuff, yeah.
Yeah, they don't have the
versions.
time.
Okay,
They don't have the
fair.
time to supersede that. Yeah.
Dang.
They hope that
Yeah.
the people that they hire to, be a translator can do that job, but obviously, there's obviously these things that can happen to happen.
That is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the reality for, I think, the majority of localizations. Localizations, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have anything else to add on to that.
That's okay.
All right. So
That was that episode was just like talking about Genshin stuff, because I think it was Genshin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all three of us were just very big into Genshin at that time period kind of thing.
yeah, it was very interesting. All right. So next episode, I like this one too. This was the Seaweed Down Under with Seaweed Cat. That was a cool one.
Yeah, that
We
was
talked
just, like,
about her meme faces. Talked about One Piece. It was very fun.
Yeah, One Piece. Yeah. She was the one who designed my Discord, my stream Discord server's icon. She was the one who made that. Obviously, well, Grim made the blushy Nova, and then she was the one who photoshopped the mouth.
The
over
teeth,
it.
yeah, the cursed
the
teeth.
Yeah, her she's very funny, very memey. And then what I do remember was afterwards, after that podcast, because Sky was at my house at the time for that podcast as well. So it's just like after that podcast, we went and picked up Seaweed Cow and went and got KFC after that.
Wait, really? That's funny.
Yeah, she brought her dog as well, so that's like
That's
Very
cute
dog.
yeah, Lacey, she recently had her birthday actually. Just 1st of October. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a really fun podcast. I enjoyed that one. Just in general, nice one.
No problem. Next episode, The Boys. That was the first episode. The Boys. That's the first episode where both of y'all weren't there. It was specifically for The Boys.
Yeah. God, I need to get we need to get like Sky. We need to get like, maybe we should just have one podcast or because media's always here, so it's hard to have a podcast where media's not here, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, you did have one. You did have one.
Yeah,
we did have one, yeah.
But Sky wasn't there, and I had to get a guy on anyway. Well, it would have been the girls, and then would have been ironic because then the girls' podcast would have been more lewd than the boys' podcast. That would have been the irony.
I mean, well, that was one of the jokes. I think at one point we started to talk about girls at some point as it happens, and then I made that joke. It was like, oh yeah, welcome to the boys podcast.
Oh yeah.
I forget what.
I was listening in the background. I don't know why. I was busy on that day, and then I did listen in. I was asking questions. There's timestamps here actually. Like, where is it? Oh yeah, like, what is your ideal girlfriend kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then you talked about the oranges of the NSFW challenge, and then
yeah. That was good times.
That was pretty funny. And then I asked, what preferences do you guys have about the 3 sizes in a girl, kind of thing. That question.
Yeah, I said medium's premium.
Yeah, medium's premium. Only is big as what? Like, what's that?
I think it's Opie for life.
Oh, I think something like that, right?
Yeah. And then flat as justice.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody picked that one, but that's the other one.
You guys didn't talk about girls as much as I'd hope you guys would, but that's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, I came in to like ask more of those questions, like because it's spicy, you know.
Here we go. Episode 14 is the infamous Gilgamesh episode, the end of 2020. Yeah. We were just talking about the end of 2020, kind of wrapping that up, and I guess at some point we wanted to do that tier list.
Crow, yeah? No, why would you put it there? So good. Which timestamp is it? It was called
It was I know I made a timestamp for. Oh, Gilgamesh. It's just called Gilgamesh.
134.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh, just Gilgamesh. That was very funny though. Oh, we actually haven't had only an Epi on podcast for a long time.
Yeah. We can get back on.
Like sometime in the future we should get them back.
Alright. Next episode. Oh man, this is another good one. This is a row of pretty good. We were rating Elsword waifus. I think it was The Boys Part 2. Dang, was The Boys Part 2 that soon? Yeah.
No, wait.
Yeah, it was episode 15. You guys weren't there again. It was The Boys Part 2.
Dang, we really need it. Wait, you guys? I don't think I watched this one.
Yeah, we were rating Elsword waifus.
Yeah, I don't think I ever watched that podcast.
Yeah, it was just based on their art for first, second, and third jobs of everybody, including the like when we mean first job, we mean like like freaking I can't even remember any of the first jobs anymore. You know what I mean though, right? First job.
Yeah.
Second job, third job. Yeah, we were rating all their arts and stuff like that.
Obligatory, forgot their name kind of thing.
Like Code Spectre, Spectre or whatever for our
Little Spectre.
Little Spectre. There you go. Thank you.
Little devil.
Yeah, we were just rating their promo arts like on a scale of 1 to 10. It's pretty fun.
Okay.
And I think I talked about you guys doing it for the guys, but obviously that never happened. I don't think so, at least.
We need a girls podcast. Come on. Where's Ella?
Okay. The next episode is
I'm
What
on the
sh-
playlist. There's no more on my playlist.
yeah, because I don't update the playlist because I'm lazy.
Well, I mean, it's next. Wait, it's episode 16. We've got
Yeah,
Ray
episode.
Charles
Oh,
and
this is a
Furious
good
Blade.
one. Episode 16 is what should be canon. We were determining which of the 3 paths should be the canon path. That was a really good episode. I remember this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that as well. Yeah, I think we wanted like ideally Nova Imperator. Makes sense.
I think he works the best still.
Rage Heart is literally just copying Nova Imperator's gimmick, but okay, sure, Keiji. Keiji just make third part like viable for canon. Oh my god. Yeah, but like again, I say that, but I think it's the whole issue where third parts aren't allowed to be canon parts. So it's just like
Yeah,
okay,
it's just
sure.
it just happened to happen that way.
Yeah, but to be fair, I feel like they did change from Furious Blade being canon to Rage Heart being canon. So if they can make that change, why not introduce the third part canon class?
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Third path is so late compared. Like switching from first to second is like probably a lot easier to do than third.
Yeah, but even then, there are some third paths that don't feel like they go down the dark path. Like Nova Imperator, for example, he just
Well, it's not. Third path isn't the dark path. It just happens to be that for a lot of characters. It's the transformation path. That's the gimmick. It's transformation.
Yeah.
Nova just happens to get a pretty decent ending compared to some other people.
It would be cool though if Keiji could do like an anime spin-off where like all the canon classes are the third path.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Pretty cute. Man. I've always as a kid, I've always imagined if I could direct an Elsod anime, how would I direct it? And I'd always think about that.
I just do character backstories. I think that'd be really smart because you see a bunch of different characters doing different. What's up?
Oh no, that's guy's background noise. It's okay.
Yeah. I think that'd be cool because we get to see your character in action doing their thing, and it also would create hype for the game because then you'd be like, oh, I want to play this character because I really like their backstory.
That makes sense because a lot of the Elsod storyline does get retconned a lot, and I feel like sometimes the Elsod main story can fall a little flat. So I feel like animating the backstory would be better because I feel like a lot of people enjoy Elsod for the characters rather than the storyline kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with that. That's a good idea.
The next episode is this was looking at one of the anime awards lists, and Noah just came out in KR.
Anime awards list.
Yeah, we were just looking at them, rating them, and then Noah came out, and we were just like reacting to Noah, Noah's existence.
Yeah. Noah, well, changing times for Elsod.
Excuse me.
Okay, cool.
Anything about that one or nothing?
Nothing in particular. I can't. How are you able to see all these episodes so far?
I'm just looking at my videos on my YouTube and scrolling.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. Episode 18 is the episode we had Epi and Sebastian, I think. The highlight for me in that one was that Sebastian started singing Country Roads, and then his girlfriend came out of nowhere and told him to shut up. That was really fun.
Okay, yeah. So I don't think I wasn't there, but I think you guys just told me about it, and that was really funny kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewatch it. Wait, hold on.
Mhm.
Well, actually, you should play it on stream. Kind of thing.
Oh yeah, we can play it real quick.
Yeah.
Let's see, let me find it. I didn't time. Oh, here it is. Is this it? Yeah. Sebastian himself pinged this.
Okay.
Oh man, almost heaven.
Let me see if I can.
West Virginia.
Oh shoot! I started laughing too loud.
Almost heaven.
She did that, West Virginia. Shut up. That was pretty funny.
Like she did not miss a beat. He said West Virginia, and she immediately told him to shut up. It's so good. I love it so much.
I think that should be one of the top moments when it comes to podcast moments. West Virginia, shut up.
That was so good. I love it so much.
Yeah, I did it. I wasn't there, but you guys told me about it, and I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. I think the context of it was before then. He was talking about how he was talking about how his girlfriend hates it when he comes home and he always sings that.
He just comes home and sings that.
Yeah. And then he did start singing during the podcast, and she, like, her girlfriend, without missing a beat, said, "Shut up."
Yeah, immediately react. This is so good. I love it. What's up?
And I was gonna say next one.
Yeah. The next one seems like a generic one. It's called Rage Hearts is Back. I guess Rage Hearts got a buff, so maybe we were just talking about a balance patch.
Was back in the days when Rage Hearts was a bad character.
Yeah, Rage Hearts used to suck, by the way. I don't know if anybody remembers
yeah.
that.
Wait, really? It
Yeah.
was only 8
Yeah.
months. It's only been 8 months ago that he's only been like good for 8 months. I feel like he's been good for like at least a year. What the heck?
I know,
Yeah.
right? Time's weird. Yeah, no, he used to suck.
Huh. Okay. Oh, it's only been 8 months since he's been meta.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, interesting. Yeah, but I think that was a pretty generic.
Yeah, I think that was it.
That one.
Oh, this one is one of my favorites, actually.
How do you remember what happens in all these episodes? I'm like looking at them and I'm like, ensemble stars on the thumbnail, the title.
Oh, well, okay, wait. To be fair, you're not in this one. I think it was me and Sky duo. Yeah, this was a really good one. So I proposed to Sky. Okay, that sounded weird. The question of if you could invite 3 people to dinner, real or imaginary, who would they be and what would you serve them? Really good. Really cool
It's very
conversation.
interesting that you quite like this episode because this is actually one of my least favorites.
Really? I like this one a lot. I don't know. I just like this talking about these characters and why we like would invite them to dinner and things like that. But I could understand why you would dislike it, because it is kind of like, it kind of reveals a lot about you. You know what I mean?
I get.
Yeah.
I never rewatched this episode. I actually don't know what's like the stuff, the context of it, content.
But I say it's apparently asked on college applications, which college applications want to know what type of person you are. So.
That's right, yeah.
Did I ever answer this question? I don't know.
I thought it was
I feel
cool.
like if I were asked that, I would need to be very prepared.
Yeah.
Because if I were not prepared, I would just go on and on. And on.
Yeah, I feel like if they ask me, I'll be like, you don't know these characters, they're all fictional characters. And be like, okay.
The what would you serve them is such a good modifier too. Because like that's pretty much asking like how much do you care about like the thing you're talking about. Because if you wanted to be the smarty pants man, it's like, oh man, Albert Einstein, Jeff Bezos, you know what I mean? Like just good people, and it's like what would you serve them kind of reveals like how much do you actually know or care about this person or character.
True. Okay, I see what you mean.
Really good, really cool question. If you guys ever have a conversation with friends and you're thinking about like just what to talk about, highly recommend asking that question to people.
Okay, I'll write that down. Good idea. I feel like it's a pretty unconventional question though.
Oh yeah. It's definitely just a getting to know people type of thing.
Okay, fair enough. Fitting.
Yeah, really cool. The next one's a pretty funny one. It was a Valentine's Day episode. Are you free on the 14th? AKA Meteor Falcon just getting annoyed at people who just don't know how to talk. Just getting annoyed at like the idiot dudes that don't know how to talk to girls and then whip out a penis picture on like the second conversation and think that works. Just me absolutely getting annoyed at them. That's what that episode was. I remember.
We're dishing out like romance advice. Oh, there's timestamps as well.
Yeah, this one had timestamps.
Yeah, we had a lot of deep questions as well. It's just like, is love a feeling?
Yeah, those are some really good ones. Yeah.
Yeah, like infatuation and love, same thing or different? And then we talked about how to get your interest to like.
We even talked about like polyamorous relationships and things like that. This was actually a really good episode.
This is actually very spicy. What the heck?
It's Valentine's Day, yeah.
Valentine's Day, we gotta spice it up, spice it up in the bedroom.
It's okay, keep on it. What you're saying.
I suppose we are. I suppose we're all adults, but we also should keep in mind that our audience may not be adults.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like, some of the things we talked about were pretty spicy, but some of them I think were pretty intellectual. Like the infatuation one with love, like that one. I think that's good for any age, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very deep conversation. We didn't really talk about anything NSFW here.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
also
that was
me
pretty
just
good.
being like, you guys are idiots, and how do you not know how to talk to girls? Stop being weird.
It's like the same.
Stop
where,
being
like,
creepy.
It's like I think like for example, if as when you were growing up as a kid, if you did not have much interaction with girls, like or the opposite gender,
Yeah.
then later on in life you would get really bad at it.
Yeah, that's yeah, I guess so. Cause like I guess I've always come at it from like my own angle, where I'm just like, I'm like the shy kid that don't really talk to, but I'm still pretty decent at talking to girls, and I'm just like, wait, if I can do this, how the heck are you guys not being able to do this? Is I guess my angle. But I guess it was like even worse for some people.
I think to some extent, even like even anime could help you bet. Like if you have 0
Mhm.
experience, like even anime could.
Right, you need some type of like
Yeah, just
direction, I guess. I guess if you have no direction, maybe that's what you aim for.
kind of thing. Yeah.
You just become a creep.
That was a pretty good episode though. Yeah.
Episode 22 is actually pretty good. We all took a aptitude test.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just like the personality test, a little bit different.
Yeah. It was pretty fun. It was fun
Yeah.
activity to do. It was really
Mhm.
fun. It was fun.
Yeah. No, I like the ones where we take like these little tests like that, because like we just talk about each of the questions and like what does it mean to
Yeah.
us and things like that. Fun stuff.
Oh, actually, one of my favorite activities was actually ranking our favorite video games. Sky wasn't there. It was with
Yeah, it was with Kigo.
Yeah, and you. Yeah. That one was really fun. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
that was
it.
good too.
Yeah, really fun.
Episode
Do
23.
we have time to
What's
get
up?
through all of them? I feel like we're going over time a lot.
Yeah, we are going a bit over time. I guess we can fly by some of the more like straightforward ones. Episode 23, we just talked about Diamond and Pearl remakes with was it Myth or Empire being released. 24, we just talked about quality of life stuff. 25 seems interesting. What is this? Would you date
Would you date
type
type-
boy?
No, I think you just made a weird.
Yeah, well, we must have
Yeah.
talked about dating, I guess. We must have talked about dating in some sport.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I remember. Yeah, this is actually this is probably like, it's funny you were talking about one of those like what was like one of the biggest arguments or whatever. I think this is the episode, like one of the top 3 for sure.
Hottest takes.
Not hottest takes. It's just like longest argument or disagreement. Because the biggest one, the big one here was about like the first date.
Ah.
that was a big one.
Okay,
Yeah, Effie was
I
on this one,
remember
so,
that. Okay. Yeah.
That
I
was
still
pretty
think
good, that's pretty
first date mattered the most.
Mhm.
That is the make or break it point.
I
Very
disagree,
cool.
but I
What?
digress. Heck yeah, I
No.
disagree.
The first date is when you decide if you want to see this person again.
Hard disagree.
What? Sky, what do you think? Do you think the first date is where you decide if you want to meet this person again? I think that's why I say the first date is the most important. It's a make or break.
I think you. But I say not to delve on this, but all I will say is that I think you just find that out just in interactions with them. I don't think a date is a make it or break it at all.
No, for example, like if you're meeting someone for the first time, the first date can be a meet or break. Like for example, if it's an online kind of situation, right? You've only talked to them online. The first date could still be a make or break, even if you've talked to them for like years.
Could be. Also could not be. That's my point. That's my stand. Could be. It could not be. I think it just depends
I
on the
think
people.
generally speaking, in modern day times, yes, it's going to be a make or break because like it's usually because like you know how people always say the first day, oh, you go on the
Okay, we're tangenting too hard. We can't do this. We because we gotta get through this. We had a whole episode about this. If you want to know our thoughts, just watch the episode. But we can't stay too long on this, unfortunately. Okay. So the next episode was Birth Rate came out, and we were just talking about Birth Rate, I think.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Even today is like we still talk about it a lot. Wait, it's only been 6 months since Birth Rate came out.
Yeah, half a year, right? Well, KR.
Well, KR's been a year, but oh dang, it's only been 6 months.
I've been a month. Chaos a month ahead of.
Yeah, a month
Chaos
ahead.
a month for us.
Yeah,
Wait.
so I think it's been 5 months for us. Yeah.
Wait, really? It hasn't been.
I thought it was a year.
Yeah, same. I thought it's been a year.
Maybe we just talked about Birth, and it's not the fact that he came out. Maybe we just talked about it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
We just talk about that's
Yeah.
Because I remember last night I was talking about.
It could have been that Birth got its first nerf. That could have been it. Birth got its first nerf.
Maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Next
Um,
one was
what's up?
Oh, next episode was the.
Yo, this is a pretty good one too. This is the episode. This is called Card Games and A-Holes. We looked at the "Are You an A-Hole" subreddit and talked about like people's quandaries.
Most of the cases were yes, the person was the you are not the asshole kind of thing. Most of them. Yeah. Actually, got a recent one where everyone said that they are not the asshole, but I actually disagreed and I thought that this person was an asshole. I forgot it. I'll have to find it. I'll bring it up some other time.
Oh, this is another interesting one. I think this is, I forget everything that happened, but it's called Musical Mishaps, and I do remember talking with Sky about music, and then like she went on this whole thing. Yeah.
Yes, I remember that one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think I remember enjoying it.
And then the next one was Hardy's.
Oh, this is a fun one. So this was Hardy's first appearance, and she played Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with us. It was a team of 3. You guys were like, all of us were together. Remember that?
Was this an ELS one?
Yes.
So.
Yeah, giveaways are here. And yeah, we started. Yeah, that's why Hardy's is here, because we started off with Hardy's.
Yeah. That one was actually really fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. Playing those games, I think, was pretty fun. I think the questions were pretty cool too.
Yeah. And the fact that she actually did divide 1 billion ED.
Yeah, like we did get paid 1 billion ED each of us.
I was like, yo, it's fine. We're just playing this for fun. That's good enough. And then she mailed one, like she divided 1 billion ED and mailed it to all 3 of us, and I'm like, bruh.
No, I gave it to you guys because she gave it to me.
Oh yeah. Bruh, whatever.
Hey, no, I respect it. She's a woman of her word.
Yeah.
I like that.
Next one was talking about Korean protests.
Yeah, this is probably, and I think this is gonna be one of our, probably aside from episode 1, our most popular podcast, because I mean, yeah, people wanted to talk about it. It was so controversial, the protest.
Yeah. It was huge. And also it has changed a lot as a game since then. So.
Yeah. For the better, man. I always think Elseworld's growing in a more positive way. I have problems with it for sure, but I can respect that it's growing in a positive way.
Yeah. And
My main problem is that they're inching. They need to be leaping.
Yeah. The next one was also an ELS one where we played trivia. We played
with chat, right?
Yeah, we played with chat. What was the game called again? The trivia game. What was it called?
Kahoot, yeah. You made an Elsewhere. I helped a little bit, but you mostly made it.
Also Kahoot. That was pretty fun. Ryden was getting kind of competitive in chat with that one. That was pretty funny.
I think one of the two, and it was like 1 or 2 of the questions were technically wrong or something like that. I remember.
I think so.
Something like that.
Not completely wrong. Then the next one, I don't think I was here for the next one.
Yeah, so it was me, Sky, and who was the guest? What was their name again? Genevieve, yeah.
Genevieve.
That was a pretty cool episode. It was that episode was actually quite nostalgic because I remember us talking about old MMOs like RuneScape and Event Requests.
I don't I never watched that, so I don't really know what you guys.
Yeah, we talked a lot about like game mentality and like like how these different games like do different things. It's fun. It's good talking.
Yeah.
Good
and then next one was Let's Get Artsy. How could we?
Let's...
Oh right, we were looking at the art.
Yeah, we were looking at all the art competition stuff. Yeah, I remember that one specifically because Sky was just like, I can't say too much because I know who's gonna win, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, something along those lines.
This was ELS as well.
It was an ELS stream, yeah. Pretty fun. Looking at all the art was really cool. Ono's got robbed. I still believe that to this day. Ono's got robbed.
I was gonna say, media's still salty about Ono.
I'm never not gonna not be.
And then the next one was episode 35, cross-dressing meteor. Huh. What is this?
I don't remember this one. Cross-dressing meteor.
Is this the one?
This is the first time where I'm just like, what is this one?
Fever Dream.
Did I timestamp this one? No.
Is this the one where I got the idea of writing a fanfiction where media cross-dresses as a maid to get that 6-figure salary?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
Oh, this is an interesting. Okay, I'm scrolling through and I'm looking at the current topic thing. One thing we did talk about is like the idea of sub versus dub, and just kind of going into that and talking about it.
Oh.
I remember that being an interesting conversation.
Next one though. Episode 37 Rama. What's that?
Debate or Rama. You invented a game
Oh,
where we had to debate both sides of something.
Oh yeah, this was another ELS one. It was actually Sky's idea. This one.
Was it?
And then
Oh
there
yeah, it was. Yeah.
was,
It was.
yeah,
I think
it
so.
was a good idea, and I just looked in chat and I'm like, hey, this is a good idea. Let's do it. And then I just went and did it. Kind of thing. Yeah.
I don't know recollection of this, but okay.
Oh no. Okay, I remember it now. No, it was my idea, and then Sky wrote about it, and then you thought it was Sky's idea, but it was actually originally my idea. I remember it now fully.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Then next one was episode 38, open podcast. I don't think.
Open podcast. You were not there, Crow. It was me, Kigo, Sky, and well, it was an open podcast, and we had guests on, and the guests were just anybody in chat who wanted to join, talk a little bit of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, when are we gonna do that? I just realized you guys already did that. and I
We
just
did that
wasn't
once.
there.
Yeah. I was gonna do it again, but cool updates kept happening. We kept having to talk about other stuff.
Fair.
Yeah, do you remember that one, Sky, where we had guests on
On the one where we got people to
from
come
the
on.
Discord? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I'm trying to think of any highlights. I can't really remember anything too big.
I can't either. It's a
Yeah.
blur.
Yeah.
Wait, that was. Oh wait. Sorry, I just.
What's that?
No, I couldn't find 39, and I was like, did we just stick to 40?
Duh. 39 is, I think 39. Oh, so okay, real quick to talk about like my YouTube and things like that. Fun fact, by the way, if you put a number of an episode in your YouTube thumbnail, it performs really bad, and I'll tell you why. The reason it performs bad is if somebody's looking at their suggested feed and they see a video that says number 17, they will not click on it because they're just like, oh, I can't start at number 17. I have to start at 1. So they won't click on it when it gets suggested to them. So after episode 39 and onwards, I keep the number title in the title, but I stop putting it in the thumbnail. Yeah, and you can actually see a difference in views because the views go from like 150 or so to like 500 to 700.
Hacks with
Little fun fact about YouTube there.
Okay. But other than that, episode 39. Anything?
I think player conference happened. Yeah, player conference happened. We talked about it. Fun talk.
Yep.
I stayed up 7 hours watching that conference, and I was
Had a
destroyed.
fever dream.
Yeah, freaking that conference that hit different. It's still on my Twitch. I recommend watching it because that was a freaking. It was mostly me being like, "Why would you guys ask this? This is such a waste of our time." And it's like, "Oh, that's a good question. Okay, good job. What is this fever dream going on? What the heck is this video? They were actually watching this in the office? What's going on?" And then half the video is just me asking talk about the characters. When are we talking about the characters? Remember that document where everybody listed what characters should get buffed and now it should be changed? When are we gonna talk about that?
Yeah, in the end, that patch ended up just being an overall general overview and didn't really talk.
Yeah, I think maybe they were told not to talk about characters because I could go on indefinitely.
Yeah.
It'd take up too much time.
Yeah. Okay. Next one though was episode 40 and buff reactions. What buffs did he get in that one?
I think this must be the mana passive.
Probably. Yeah. I think that. I think the super armor crow as well.
Super Armor Crow, yeah.
That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, no, I think the mana thing was a game changer for Nova. I think it's really good, fits his kit. I think that's like, it's so funny. It's such a recent thing, but I think Nova being an MP machine is now part of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like it's as important to, or not important. I feel like it's as notable in him as like Overheat is that he's an MP machine.
Okay. Yeah. He gives like the best MP buff as well.
Yeah.
Next one though. Next one we mentioned already was the top 10 video games. That was really fun.
Yeah, we talked about that for a little bit. Yeah, we just talked about top 10 video games. It's really cool to hear you guys' video games and like guess them and stuff.
Yeah. And then the very next one's the iconic hentai episode.
I've not. This is the only podcast episode I've not watched because I was not in it.
Yeah, you're not there. Ella and Oni was there instead. It was really fun. Actually, if you want to watch it, you can watch it. You were there in chat at the beginning.
At the beginning, because I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, I bet.
This was the day before my 24-hour stream. That's why was not in it.
Okay. Yeah. Because the other stuff are all like 24-hour stream stuff as well. Episode 43, I don't think there was much, It was just enhanced and fourth part.
Yeah.
Because they did. I remember them teasing it in the conference, the fourth part, and we just talked about that.
Yeah, we just talked about what ended up being Genesis. Yeah, I'm still pretty positive about Fourth Path. I think, as broken as Antithese is, I do think it sets, like, definitely lore-wise and like power-wise. I think it sets a high precedent and like excitement for people because. Even now, I'm still hearing people be like, yo, I can't wait for this character. I can't wait for this character. I think people are genuinely excited about it, and that's cool too.
I don't particularly mind them dragging it out over the year, because then at least there's something we're looking forward to every few months and hyping up for something.
Yeah.
Anyways, episode 44, Artifact. Yeah, we're getting more into the more new recent stuff.
Yeah.
Artifact, Softflex, New Dungeons, Prunum stuff. Yeah, still pretty fresh, relevant to only 2 months ago.
It's so funny how fast I kind of finished the system. I think I finished that system within like 2 weeks.
It felt like a filler system. It wasn't that hard.
It's really good though. It's like really strong.
It's really good. Like compared to freaking imprint system.
Yeah.
Then episode 45,
this is the one I think I was the least involved in episode 45. This is episode 45, Australian education. Like you and Sky just had the tangent of tangents. This is definitely top 3 tangents, by the way.
Yeah,
top
I was gonna
3.
say, this whole episode was just a tangent.
Yeah.
We just talked about Australian education for the whole episode.
Yeah, I had nothing. There's nothing I could say. I mean, I don't know anything about Australian education.
It probably felt like people were listening to a lecture. They were listening to this.
Yeah.
Pretty funny though. It was pretty funny. 46, Genesis came out, and she's like playing Genesis, and me.
And I got VOS, so we talked about that too. Me getting VOS. Still not done, by the way. I'm on Evolution 4. I'm still working on it.
I don't even have my VOS.
Hey, your birthday's coming up. You'll get it soon. This week or next week. I don't know.
Next week, because I already did my run this week. Did not get it.
Episode 47. Is this really only the second episode, Tardies? It seems like she's been on here more, but I guess not.
Well, I saw her as well. What the heck? Degenerate Den. What did we do here?
Man, which podcast was it where it was just like the harem one, quote unquote? Must not have been in the title, I guess.
Was it not the the harem one? Is that not the Degenerate Den?
No, Degenerate Den is I think it was just Hardy's was just on stream and then just wanted to talk about really suspicious things, and it was very confusing.
Oh wait, I'm pretty sure it's this one, because in the comments, Blazing Blackhouse commented Meteor Harem, best harem.
No, I think she was just talking about it because in the podcast that the quote unquote harem was there, I was doing birth. Yeah, I distinctly remember doing that. It also might have just been a normal stream, and it might have been after podcast, and it might have been after this podcast actually.
Huh. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was after the podcast that was like the harem stuff that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one. Oh wait. Actually, it could be the next one, because that's the one with Marisia.
No, I think this one was just Marisia. I don't think Hardy's was here.
Surprise Aussie was Sky here as well, so it's just 3 Aussies and then Meteor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we were just chilling and talking with Marisia.
Okay. 49. Antithese and Raiden. Oh.
Yeah.
Really...
Raiden came out, pulled the heck out of her. Love her.
Yeah.
Favorite girl, best girl.
Yes.
Let me talk about Entities.
Yeah. And then the last 2, 50.
50 was a pretty cool one too. 50 we had another moderator. It was Die, right? Sky?
Yes, we had.
Yeah, we had
Die.
Die.
Wait, you have the word antagonist. From Die, he's the moderator.
Yeah, so he's known as Die, but his in-game name is Antagonist.
Yep.
Oh, there's a guild called Antagonist as well, so I thought it was something related to that.
Oh, no.
No, he's in a completely different build.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good episode too. Whenever we have the moderators, whenever Sky brings on the moderators, we always talk about like game theory, and not the game theory, like actual like game like theory of like video games and like is this like a good thing, kind of like things like that. Like we just talk about like the game as a whole, and like is this good for the game, is this bad for the game, etc., etc.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah, pretty fun. I enjoy those episodes where like it's more not to say that we don't have intelligent conversations, but I love the ones where it's just like we're just talking about this very interesting topic in an intelligent way. It's like really cool. I love talking about game theory.
And then the last one with Kigo was
The rating the Smash trailers. That was really fun.
Smash, that was pretty funny as well. A lot of iconic stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much a whole year summarized.
Yeah.
A little over time, but 3 hours.
Pretty crazy. Like I'm like looking and remembering all these episodes. It is again. It's crazy that it's only been a year. Like, or not only, but it's like, it's just like,
time flies.
yeah. Like I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, for example, like I'll go to like here. Let me go to like episode 10. Where's episode 10? Episode 10, we talked about the Mega Pass. I felt like the Mega Pass was centuries ago. That was only 40 episodes ago.
40 weeks.
Yeah,
It's
like
still a while.
yeah. Or it's just like
Time.
we go to the Who's Coming to Dinner one. I'm just like, oh, that was forever ago, right?
Like time really does fly.
Mhm.
Yeah. 2020 was a bit of a blur for me as well. I can't lie.
I'm sure it's a blur for everybody, yeah, with COVID and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's like passed by so fast. Maybe it feels like a long time because that year just felt so slow. COVID just slowed everything down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good times. It's always it's nice to look back.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about like just like after all this reminiscing and stuff like that? Like how do you guys just feel about it? I guess the podcast.
I feel like what's that word where you feel like you did a lot and you feel very proud?
Oh, okay, that's good.
Like that word, I forgot. Like I forgot the word. English fails me.
That implies to the Chinese word, but go on.
Oh wait, maybe.
I think for me, one thing is like I'm actually surprised how many times I thought we did more like lists and stuff like that, because like those are like always my favorite episodes. We do like either like the tier lists or like the grid, like the tier list or whatever. Not tier list, it's the freaking alignment chart or whatever. Like I'm surprised we actually didn't do that many of them, and I don't know. I think we should do more too. I think those are always
but with
fun.
the Elsa community, like popular players.
Yeah. That too is actually interesting. Is like we had a lot of guests early on, and we had this middle section where we didn't really have guests that often. I think near the end we started having guests a lot again.
Yeah.
It's very
We
interesting.
can have more guests as well.
Yeah, it's always fun, but it's always just like I think we always get into this mode where it's just like we really have to ask them earlier, kind of thing like that. And like Skies definitely came in clutch twice with like asking a moderator, and thankfully they both times I think Genevieve and Dai were super on to be on it. It's like, oh, thank goodness we have somebody, kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the only thing we just gotta tell people like before it happens and be like, okay.
Yeah. Not really an in the moment kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're not like 10 minutes before, hey, do you want to come?
Yeah. 'Cause I think that's what happened with Dai, right? If I remember correctly.
I think I asked that the day before.
Okay. The day before. Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I think I asked that.
Because I've definitely asked Kigo 5 minutes before. 100%.
Even then, it was a pretty fun podcast.
Yeah.
It's all worked out.
Yeah, but yeah, guys, one year, one actual whole year we've been doing this, and here's hoping for another year. I hope we do more fun things. And, like at the end of the day, like, doing stuff on my Twitch aside, posting this to YouTube to have consistent content. I just really enjoy talking with you guys. I do think that it's very fun to talk with you guys. It's always a joy for me.
Yeah, it's always nice to just once a week catch up with everyone. Actually, when we first started the podcast, I was intending it to be like something we do once every 2 weeks kind of thing. Because I feel like once a week we'd run out of topics to talk about too fast. But it ended up being okay. It's alright now.
Yeah. Yeah. Any last things from you guys as we wrap up here?
Not really.
Not really.
Thank you to everyone, to all the viewers who's been with us for 1 year.
Mhm.
It's been a fun year. Yes, very fun. Lots of we talked about lots of things to talk about. Never ending. So yes, I had a lot of fun this past year.
Okay, that's good. How about you, Sky?
Pretty much what Momiko said.
Mhm.
Thank you for everyone who has been watching so far. Well, thank you everyone who has shown their support. We hope to see you again on future episodes.
Yes, yes.
Oh, by the way,
Alright. What's up?
did we want to put out a feedback survey?
Oh shoot! I just forgot to
yeah.
make that. No, I just legitimately forgot to make one.
Oh,
That's
okay,
my
that's all right.
bad.
I thought you were busy. So
Yeah.
I didn't bug you about it.
Yeah,
We
no.
can
I
do it
just
next
forgot to make one. That's my bad.
We can do it next week.
Yeah, we can do it next week. That's fine.
Oh, better late than never, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or I was thinking of just putting it out there somewhere and having it an off podcast thing. Or
Oh,
could be
just ping people and tell them that it exists, and then we talk about it after the fact.
Oh yeah, we could do
we
that.
could, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or I think it also depends on the nature of the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can work on that.
Yeah, I think as a thing to do, that'd be pretty cool to do.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. With that, yeah. Thank you guys for watching for a whole year. It's been crazy. I hope you guys still keep watching. I hope you guys, just enjoy it and have yourselves a fantastic day. We will see you guys next time. Of course, if you're on the YouTube, it comes out every Monday. And feel free to catch it live if you can every Saturday. Either 9 or 10 p.m. EST. We're still sometimes we're weird with the times because the USA and Aussie time things happen. But yeah, that is it from us. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. We'll see you guys next time, and bye. Also, real quick to talk about that thing. There's no reason that exists. I just thought it'd be funny to do something at the end of every podcast, and that's the first thing that came to my mind. So that's
Yeah,
what I did
what
that.
the? I don't know.
Yeah,
It happened.
there's no origin. It was just I thought this would be funny, and then we just keep doing it.
Yeah, we're just.
All right.
Bye.
All right. See you guys.
Yeah.